Ой, почекай, малка моме, каул і мам заправене. Ой, почекай, малка моме, каул і мам заправене. Ще ти кажа, една дума, вярна дума. Ще ти кажа, една дума, вярна дума.
Сена ниса, дума ниса, кабідели мрак на лоса.
Сена ліса, дума ліса, кавідели мрак на лоса, мрак поднало, месечинка розбізвіла, мрак поднало, месечинка розбізвіла.
Spectacular. So a Bulgarian, a Russian, and an American walk into a TV studio.
What?
Sorry, no punchline. I'm just reporting the facts here. You're about to meet 3 women of those nationalities who together make up Vlada Tomova's Bulgarian Voices Trio. And yes, we will get to hear more of their music live.
And here to tell us about their a cappella vocalizations of ancient songs, songs they say are filled with, quote, sweet and forbidden love, horses in wild mountains, potent wine, and a moon that keeps secrets, are Vlada Tomova. Welcome back to BK Live.
Thank you.
Valentina Kvasova, right?
Kvasova.
Kvasova, woo, and Shelley Thomas. Nice to have you all here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Of course. Thank you for being here. How did you guys form your trio?
Oh, it's a long story, but we can give you an abbreviated version. We just went on tour, and we tell this story all over the New England and Canada,
Oh, cool.
Northeast. And so I led a choir for a long time, just up the street here in Fort Greene. And it was a very intense, beautiful experience. And it was too much. And I said, I'm going to take a break. And as soon as I did that, people started calling me. First was Valentina, and she said, hello, I want to sing in your choir. And I said, I'm sorry, I don't have a choir. And she almost hung up the phone. And I was like, what, wait. And, she mentioned she's Russian. And I'm actually half Russian. So I said, well, maybe we can somehow exchange songs or get together and meet. And it was the beginning of a beautiful thing, as they say.
That's
So
great.
we both, yes, sorry to interrupt. We both had or were about to become moms at the time, and we strolled all over Brooklyn with our babies and sang. And soon after, Shelley arrived from California and said, I want to be part of your choir or whatever thing. And we were happy to have her because 3 is much better than 2.
That's great.
Definitely. So how do you pick Bulgarian songs? Because you're from Bulgaria and you're Russian, and then you're Russian.
Yeah, so I sang Bulgarian songs for a long time after arriving to the States. Kind of my roots started speaking to me, and it was a great discovery because I didn't expect that to happen whatsoever at all. I came to study jazz, and I got enamored not only with Bulgarian music but with folk music from around the world, and we all have interests in that regard. But when Valia came into my life, it was really wonderful because we truly exchanged songs. I would teach her a Bulgarian song, and she would trade me back a Russian song, and it was really wonderful. Then when Shelley came to join us, she had been singing this music for a long time too, and she brought a lot of interesting songs to us.
What is it like singing music of a culture that's not necessarily your own?
So I grew up listening the Bulgarian choir music all my childhood because my father was a artistic director of Don Cossack group. It's a 124 people group from Rostov-on-Don, and my mother was a choir director. And at that time, Filip Kutiev, the artistic director of greatest choir in Bulgaria, so been on top of his success, so he's was a friend of my father. And my father always say, like, that's how you're supposed to sing. Because it was amazing, very complicated, very beautiful sound. So it was playing in our house all the time. And when I've heard Vlada's have a Bulgarian choir, but it was like 25 years after, I've got to
Wow,
light
that's
up with the
amazing.
flashback
Right,
memories.
right.
And I said, yes, that's what I need to try
And Shelley,
to do.
what's your experience?
I've been
Music.
singing music in different languages for several years, and that's really my passion. And what I love is the voice as the original instrument and what it's capable of producing. And there's amazing music from many different cultures around the world that I enjoy singing. And I went to California Institute of the Arts and was exposed initially through the amazing world music program there. And I studied at the Plovdiv Academy of Folk Music and Dance, and then brought back some more songs from Bulgaria, and yeah, it's just
What is some of the history and cultural significance of this music?
It's a great question, and such a big one that one can never know enough. I actually read up a little bit yesterday about it, and in my experience, this is such a powerful way to share life with just people who are around you. Traditionally, women sang as they did work at home in working parties. They would spin or weave or, you know, maybe go out harvest and share stories about themselves or pass knowledge about the generations before. And one aspect of it that I didn't think so much about, but was reminded yesterday, is historically this was also music that kept the whole culture, the symbol of the woman, as being something very vulnerable yet very powerful, was a symbol of how Bulgaria withstood culturally through 500 years of Turkish occupation. And there are many themes that talk about, you know, also a little bit reminding of the pagan roots of pre-Bulgarian old Asian culture. She sort of was thought of, you know, creator of the cosmos, of the universe. And so many themes come to unfold. It's very interesting to go through the lyrics of the songs.
That's excellent. What have been some of your most memorable performances? Valentina, you were a part of Vulcan Beatbox, which has achieved, who was that? I'm sorry.
Vlada.
Vlada. You were part of Vulcan Beatbox, which achieved worldwide recognition. What was that experience like? And I do want to know about some of your more memorable performances.
Well, maybe the ladies can talk about that first, and I'll talk about beatbox later.
I would say the Lincoln Center atrium, which has a beautiful wall filled with green plants just cascading down the wall, and the sound there was very resonant and pleasurable to sing in.
I've got amazed by one of our last performances, because we sang in a beautiful Catholic church, and the organ was there, and the sound, even without mics, was like a little bit even too loud.
Wow.
So it was beautiful and very inspirable.
Inspiring, yeah.
I'm
Excellent.
still working on my English too.
It's okay.
It's
So, and
perfect.
you just came back from a tour. Tell us about your tour in New England.
It was one of those really humbling experiences where we sang to tiny audiences from age 5 to to all sorts of generations, and we were really touched. People came back to us with notes of gratitude saying, I wrote this poem based on what you told us about the songs. Or
That brought her
tiny
to
people, writing violin pieces based on some that we've shared with them. And it was really, really inspiring just to get to be in a new place every day and be surprised what feedback would we get.
That's great. We're going to hear you sing. What performances live do you have coming up?
We have a couple of performances in January, and one of them will be in a beautiful gallery in Soho called Friedman Gallery on January 12th. And then on January 17th, we'll be part of this amazing festival called the Golden Festival. It's an amazing celebration of Balkan music. 60 bands are
Wow,
performing.
amazing.
You guys should come
Definitely.
and enjoy the
Well,
music.
Okay, all
Thank
right.
you very
So
much.
let's have you step over here into the light.
Изграла месечинка, изграла месечинка, изграла месечинка. Благодушка медена шикеряна, аляна галяна портокаляна, благодушка медена шикеряна, чио гряла градинчица, чио гряла градинчица, аляна галяна портокаляна, благодушка медена шикеряна, аляна галяна портокаляна, благодушка медена шикеряна. Ергенде до червенде до етака патака, накривіли калпаче до етака патака. Ергенде до червенде до етака патака, накривіли калпаче до етака патака. Ергенде до червенде до етака, дум така така та патака дум. Накривіли калпаче до етака патака, на накривіли калпаче до етака патака, на нагоре, на доле етака патака, на нагоре, на доле етака патака, а отиде у село до етака патака, а отиде у село до етака патака, да се пане на хорото етака патака, па се пане на хорото етака, дум така така та патака дум. Dum 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 etaka dum taka taka da dum 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 etaka pataka dum taka taka da pataka dum.
Incredible.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Unbelievable.
Oh, we have time for one more. If you have.
Surprise!
Yeah.
Which one? This is a very village song.
Okay.
Hey, hey, я наїде, я клозето, я наїде, я клозето, де Мар'яно, де Враконосі, белокотле, враконосі, белокотле, де Мар'яно,